and Tsunami was a 9 magnitude earthquake that took place on March 11, 2011. The earthquake took place 80 miles off the coast of Japan. The earthquake was caused by a rupture of a stretch of the subduction zone associated with the Japan Trench. The country sits on or near the boundary of 4 tectonic plates: the Pacific, North American, Eurasian, and Philippine plates. This causes Japan to be one of the most seismically active places in the world. And on March 2011, the Pacific plate subducted underneath Japan, causing the earthquake, which led to the seabed and ocean water thrusting upwards, creating the devastating tsunami.
The tsunami and earthquake alone took 16,000 lives. This earthquake is known as one of the most deadliest in Japanese history. Although the tsunami waves along Japan's Pacific coastline caused nearly all the deaths, the earthquake was responsible for the significant damage across the large area. There were fires in several towns, including a petrochemical plant in Sendai and an oil refinery plant near Tokyo. Thousands of homes were totally or partially damaged by the tremors and aftershocks in Fukushima, Ibaraki, and Chiba. Throughout eastern Tohoku, infrastructure was also heavily affected, as roads, rail lines, and dams were destroyed. Electric power was knocked out. Water and sanitation systems were also disrupted.
The hydrosphere and the geosphere were affected by the earthquake and tsunami. The event affected the whole country of Japan, as most civilians probably felt the effects of the earthquake. Damage to buildings and factories attributed to the potential causes of global warming by releasing ozone-depleting chemicals into the atmosphere. Shorebirds and other birds that nest on the coast of Japan lost their entire habitat for nesting. Other animals, such as those that call the forest home, lost everything, and a significant amount died.
Japan is in a constant state of readiness when it comes to earthquakes and the natural disasters that come with it. The infrastructure in Japan is designed with deep foundations and shock absorbers. This allows buildings to move with the earth and not against it. Japan also developed an early earthquake warning system in 2007, which allowed them to provide an announcement to the public with the anticipated time the earthquake would arrive. They do this by using seismographs near the epicenter of the earthquakes. Due to the high probability of tsunamis, Japan also created seawalls to slow the initial blow of the wave. They also created lock systems on their high-speed trains where if they felt an earthquake, they would come to a complete stop. Because of this technology and level of preparation, they were able to avoid countless casualties in March of 2011.